Hey, welcome to this video. So, after studying in a school for more than 12 years and living in the comfort and familiarity of home, going to college is an exciting and sometimes scary also. Yes, as a new adventure. The first step to independence and adulthood, there are a lot of changes that college brings with it. Studying a specialized subject, it would be going independently to different classes. Instead of a teacher coming to your classroom, making new friends, and partaking in different extracurricular activities. All these could be getting you on your nerves. So, if you're moving to a college in another city, the transition from home and school life to a new city and new college can seem daunting. I completely understand that. And especially if you've never lived away from your family, then this anxiety could be even more. However, have no fear because millions of students before you have made this transition, and millions of students coming after this video will also do the same. So, to make the best of the situation and be able to enjoy it, it's very important to be properly prepared, and that's what this video is going to do. We will prepare you so that you can move in another city very comfortably and you can excel in your college journey when you move to a different location. In this video, I'm going to actually cover 10 ways which can help you to prepare on moving away to a college in another city. But before we move ahead, let me welcome you to this channel if you're joining for the first time. Introduce myself. My name is Akshay Jalan. I'm a certified career counselor from NCDA National Career Development Alliance and had a decade of experience of working at IIT Bombay as a senior project manager, wherein I came to understand during my experience that many of the students in India are not choosing careers holistically and based on their inclinations, but rather they are getting victims of peer pressure, parental pressure that is causing havoc in their personal and professional life. So to solve this problem, I founded Career Vision Hub, which helps students to scientifically and systematically explore, discover, and grow in their career. So let's begin now. But before that, let's get into a story. So the story is of two friends, Anisha and Leena, who were sitting and chit-chatting on Leena's comfortable sofa, sipping hot chai while it was raining outside. Anisha and Leena, they had recently received joining letters from the college that they'd always wished of joining. And during the conversation, Anisha slightly leaned forward, glanced toward the window, and observing the serene beauty of rainfall outside, she looked at Leena again. Something was troubling her. Anisha wasn't as enthusiastic as Leena was, and she was holding a cup of tea snugly in her hands to feel the warmth of it and said, I think I shouldn't go. I'm nervous. Leena? What? Leena was surprised to hear this words from her childhood best friend because this was also the college of dreams for Anisha as much as it was for Leena. She held Anisha's hands and said, Look, Anisha, we know how much we both wanted to get into this college, and now we're about to leave in a month. Isn't that amazing? So Anisha smiled weakly. Yeah. She knew that Leena was a confident and independent person, and she always felt the need for freedom that she couldn't have while living with her family. But for Anisha, it was different. She was shy and introverted, as well as she had always lived with her parents and was very comfortable with them. So she was getting these jitters of moving to another city and leaving her parents and staying all by herself. So Leena knew what was going on in her best friend's mind. And as she took a sip of chai and she to walk beside the study table, she actually took out a notebook and a pen and said, I have a plan. A slight smile appeared on Anisha's face as she saw her friends making efforts to make her feel confident. So Leena started drawing a few lines and underlined heading on the notebook, what we will do before and after going to college. She then wrote 5 numbers each on the notebook under the subheadings before going to college and after reaching college. So Anisha was looking at that and Leena then moved her eyes. Are you ready to plan this? Responded Anisha. Well, let's just do it then. And Leena was more than happy to show her intellectual skills to Anisha, who was already the topper of the school, and she actually started this video for her friend Anisha. So let's just peep into Nita's notebook and understand all these strategies. Many of you I know are nervous about moving away from your family and friends to a distant city. Definitely, I understand it's going to be a new experience for you and you have no clue on what to expect. So, if you are one of these students, then this video is perfect for you and we are going to talk about things you should keep in mind before going to a new city. So, let's discuss those 10 things. First is before moving. So, before you make the anticipated or dreaded move away from home, there are a couple things you should actually take care. Make a research trip. So with your parents, go to the new city where you'll be studying. Set out time to fully explore the area and finalize your living arrangements. So colleges will typically have either on-campus hostel arrangements, off-campus hostels, or tie-ups with PGs or paying guest accommodations or other accommodations where students can actually live. So check out nearby eating places, common means of transport, emergency doctors, shopping malls, market area, a saloon. All these things you can check out in your research trip. The second point is pack well in advance. Very important to complete your packing well in advance because you may be tempted to leave packing to the last minute, but packing earlier means less risk of leaving behind things that you end up needing. So pack a variety of comfortable clothing, useful shoes, necessary electronics, toiletries, and a basic first aid kit. So based on where you will be living while in college, you can pack additional household belongings as needed. So carrying a lock would also be beneficial, especially if you might be living with roommates or housemates. Next comes learn to cook. So it's very important to learn some form of cooking if you don't already know about it. Now we're not suggesting that you get onto into a full-on chef mode, and at least learn how to make basic things like noodles, sandwiches, or even rice dal, which could be helpful for you. This will help you if you get any sudden hunger pangs. Food is not readily available. So while you settle in, or even later when you get busy with college studies and activities, this basic cooking could come in handy, especially with situations like COVID that happened, right? Yeah. Next is double check your documents. It's very important to check all your papers and cards. As you'll be living away from your parents, it is important that you organize and carry your important documents with you safely. These would include Aadhaar card, a driver's license if applicable, debit or credit card, ATM card, bank details, possibly a checkbook, a brief medical history, PAN card, college admission papers, and a student identity card. So once you join college, you will most likely get more documents and cards that will need to be kept safely. So this is before moving. Now let's get into after moving. So now that your move is all done, but your work is definitely not over, it is actually just beginning. So here are things you cannot afford to skip at all. First is carefully unpack. So when you reach your new place of residence, it's obvious that you would unpack, but a useful tip is to take pictures of where you have kept things in your room. This will help you when you are searching for a particular item, but there is nobody else to help you. So instead of wasting time searching, you can pull up your pictures and voila, lead to where your missing belonging is. Sounds interesting, right? Yeah, I also do it, when I'm packing and going for some holiday. I take the pictures so that I can remember where I kept what. Next comes check base with your college. The most important task after reaching a new city is to check in with the college, finishing up any pending paperwork, understand the class schedules, or anything else that is required. So once you've completed the formalities, take the time to explore the college campus, learn your way around, and basically get the feel of it. So maybe you will run into people who will become friends and help in smooth adjustment into college life and even life in the new city. It's very important to make those friends, as I've mentioned in my other videos on college journey master. Then comes your spending time exploring. What I'm talking about exploring is exploring the city. So now that you're there, mostly when you go there, you'll be there with your parents. So it could be good, you can spend some time with them and also explore the city. And moving to a new city independently can be exhilarating. So why not enjoy the experience? So discover the new city, view the tourist places, stop hangouts. Maybe you can take along some of your buddies and explore the city before college will help you feel a sense of home and belonging, and you'll get familiar to it and help you settle into this new place. You'll come to know, okay, where is the market area? Okay, this is the saloon. These are the amenities that are there. Where is the ATM? All these things also help you to understand various things. You may have done that in your research trip also, but probably you could do it in more depth right now. Next comes budgeting. So living away from home will require you to manage your finances in a more careful manner, planning your budget, keeping the same amount of cash in hand in your residence while also avoiding theft. So no longer are your parents there as monetary safety net, and you will also have to consider college and food expenses versus your personal interest, such as shopping or movies. What a challenge to I, right? Definitely. And that's why I always recommend that the students should learn financial literacy and planning at the early age. I'm going to develop a course very soon on that, on financial literacy, which will be relevant for not only college students, but students can start at the school level itself. Then comes establish a routine. So it can be immensely tempting to fall into a routine of late nights and late mornings. But while you can indulge in such habits initially, it will be in your best interest for your health and for the long run to regulate yourself into a more productive routine, especially by the time the college classes begin. So try to sleep early, wake up early, incorporate some form of morning walk or exercise in your day, at least during the weekdays. So although parents may not be around to enforce these habits, by the time the college gets into the flow, you will be glad that you had started a healthy routine where you're full of energy and your late working classmates are tired. Last but not the least is be confident. So I understand the nervousness that you may be having. So moving away from home to pursue college in another city can be scary and stressful, which is why you should remember to be confident and positive. As this is your first major step into adulthood, the change may be intimidating. Try to take each day one step at a time. In no time at all, you will be settled into this independent life and you will be enjoying a newfound freedom, new friends, and this new learning atmosphere. To sum up, if you're joining a college in a different city and moving away from home, it may appear daunting to be living on your own. However, with a positive attitude, with confidence, and applying all the points to make you fully prepared, you can actually make a smooth transition into the next stage of your life. Type excited if you're ready for this new adventure. And coming back to the story, after discussing all these points in detail, Anisha is now confident to embark on the journey alone. He is now confident to live an independent college life. I'm sure you're also feeling confident now. And I'm sure most of you dread going to college when you see for the first time, but I'm sure these points will help you in better management. So out of these 10 points, I'm going to recap them. Please let me know in the chat box which are these points that you're going to apply when you're moving to another city. So is it going to be making a research trip, packing well in advance, learn to cook, double check your documents, and after moving, carefully unpack, check base with your college, spend time exploring the city, budgeting, establish a routine, and be confident. So let me know in the chat box which of these points, both before and after, you're going to apply. Ideally, if you apply all of them, that's great. But at least which of these you're prioritizing and. Thank you very much for watching this video and wish you all the best.